It was my 42nd birthday. The candles flickered across their smiling faces, my brother, his fiancée, my parents. They insisted on celebrating at my house, the house I built brick by brick after years of working 2 jobs and sleeping 4 hours a night. I remember thinking how perfect it all looked. The laughter, the cake, the shiny gift box on the table. I almost believed, for a fleeting second, that my family actually cared. Then I opened the box. Inside wasn't a watch or a book. It was a neatly folded letter, printed on legal paper. An eviction notice. My name, spelled correctly. My address, my house. My brother's signature at the bottom, right next to my parents' initials. For a moment I couldn't breathe. Their faces blurred behind my tears. Not because I was weak, but because I couldn't believe they chose this day. My birthday. "Don't take it personally," my brother said, smiling like a man proud of his cruelty. "It's just, we decided it's time for you to move on. You've been staying here too long." Staying. That word sliced deeper than any knife. I built that house, paid every mortgage installment. And when I got laid off, I temporarily added their names for refinancing. Trusting them. Family. My mistake. They laughed when I didn't respond. My mother patted my hand. "You'll understand one day, darling. It's for the best." I smiled, not because I agreed, but because I understood something they didn't. They had taken my house, but they had no idea what I was about to take from them. Before that night, I would have done anything for them. When Dad got sick, I paid the hospital bills. When my brother wanted to start a business, I mortgaged part of the house. When Mom needed a car, I bought it. They were my world, my blood. But family isn't defined by blood. It's defined by loyalty. And they had none. I spent the first few days after the eviction quietly packing my things. I didn't cry. I didn't beg. They thought I'd given up. That was their first mistake. Because while I packed, I listened. My brother bragged on calls about selling my house to fund his wedding. My parents discussed how she'll land on her feet. She always does. They underestimated me. Again. The shift came the night I found the contract. He'd sold the house, but the transfer wasn't finalized yet. The sale was pending one clause, proof of clear title. My brother needed my signature. He'd forged it once already, but the bank required an in-person confirmation. I didn't confront him. Not yet. Instead, I planned. I started with information, quietly, methodically. I called the buyer pretending to be the seller's assistant. I asked about their payment schedule, the legal representative, the pending mortgage. Then I contacted the bank. By the end of the week, I knew everything. The fraud, the forged signature, the financial trails. But revenge isn't just about exposing someone. It's about timing. His wedding was in 3 weeks. Grand event. Hundreds of guests. The perfect stage. I smiled as I signed the papers. Yes, the ones he forged. But this time, I made sure the date was adjusted. The original forgery predated an active loan agreement. That one clause made his entire contract fraudulent. I let him think he'd won. I even attended the wedding, dressed beautifully, like a woman untouched by betrayal. He hugged me, smug and proud. "You're still welcome in our new home anytime," he whispered. I leaned close, my voice calm. "You mean my old home?" He laughed. "You'll let that go someday." "Oh, I already have." The ceremony was held in a grand hall, rented of course, with a down payment from my property. Chandeliers glimmered, music filled the air, and everyone looked so content, so unaware. Until the police walked in. 3 officers, 1 bank investigator. They went straight for my brother. The moment his name echoed through the microphone, the music stopped. Guests turned. His bride froze mid-step. Fraud, forgery, attempted theft of property. I didn't need to say a word. The documents spoke for me. My brother's face drained of color. He looked at me from across the room, eyes wide, desperate, confused, and I just smiled, because he finally understood what it feels like to lose something you thought was yours. By the end of the night, the house sale was nullified. His accounts were frozen. The wedding collapsed under the weight of scandal. My parents tried to call me for days. I didn't answer. It wasn't anger that kept me silent. It was peace. Sometimes silence is the loudest revenge. I moved back into my house 2 weeks later. Everything felt the same. The scent of wood polish, the sunlight spilling across the tiles. But it wasn't the same me walking through the door. They had taught me something priceless, that love without respect is a transaction waiting to expire. So when people ask about my family now, I tell them the truth. I had one, once. But on my birthday, they gave me an eviction notice.